I just found a pretty good background here, you guys.
Yeah. Was it the pregnancy test commercial that was just playing?
No.
I didn't notice that.
Can anybody see it?
I thought you were going to be engaged in some sort of spiritual endeavor.
I am. I think I can hang around a little bit for. You know what? Hang on a second. Oh no, I'm gonna take a picture. A second. I'm actually on a live stream. Sorry. You thought I was doing a selfie. I will. It's really cool background. Can y'all see it?
Yeah, I can see it. I can describe it for our viewers. Somebody thought you were trying to take a selfie in front of a banner of your band.
Of your band. Hey, you guys! I'm standing in front of the Casting Crowns.
You can't be here, sir.
Backstage at Casting
You can't be here.
There's nothing wrong with that, Juan. Embrace that. Be proud of it. Be proud of that banner.
I am proud of it. It actually looks really cool.
It's very big.
It's so big and long that it doesn't even fit in the frame.
That's awesome. Long. If you're going to make a banner, it needs to be bigger than the frame.
That's true, because otherwise it's not really a banner, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the line, I think, between a poster and a banner.
You know what I discovered I could do with my phone is do 3D pictures.
What?
Yeah, I just discovered. Well, I mean, like 360-degree pictures.
Oh, yeah.
That is a very different thing, but okay.
Welcome to 2015.
I knew it. I knew that was
not only that, I can actually type a message to other people and send it to their phone, and they read it as a message in text format.
What?
I can do that too, Brian.
You're kidding me.
And you know what else I can do? I can put like little smiley faces and hearts in that text message and send it.
Oh no.
No, I thought you were going to say I can kick you from the stream. I thought you were going to do that.
What happened to Brian?
Juan, no, Brian's there, but Juan
disappeared.
Out. He just blinked out.
I knew that you guys were going to react that way when I told you that I can take 360-degree pictures.
They're called panoramic.
That is what they're called. That's what it says on my phone.
Yeah, that's a thing that you can do. But I just want to reiterate that 3D is a very different thing than being able to spin around taking a 2D photo in a circle.
Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
Hey, have you seen those things online where people use the panoramic feature, but it was like trying to take a picture of a dog or whatever, so it kept moving, and so it looked like this really long, multi-tailed, like 20-foot centipede.
We need to find like failed panoramic photos.
Oh, there's a lot of them. They're hilarious.
We did a thing a couple of years ago where we were making a 3D picture, and we set it up so that one guy kept moving. Like as soon as he was out of the frame, he would move to a different place. So it looked like he was in 4 different places or 5 different places in the same room.
Yep, that's when you do it with some order and some practice and some planning. But when you're trying to do it with like a squirrel at the park, it just doesn't look real neat and clean. I'll tell you that.
I think it's awesome. I think it's like suitable for framing. Well, I'm jazzed about it, and you can expect that that's all the pictures that you're going to see from me from now on.
Can you do a selfie in panoramic? That would be fun.
Hey, check in, everybody. I need more comments. Sound off. Roll call.
I need more comments, but don't sound desperate.
Sign up if you dare. Starving comics
everywhere.
So catch the vibe and dig the scene. Take a seat, gonna grab a snack, gonna tour the room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack. Gonna take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio. Everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show?
Spotlight.
Are you ready for the show? Are you ready for the show? Are you ready for the show?
Gosh, I think they're ready.
Are you annoying yourself, JT?
Yeah, how many times do I have to say that?
Uh-oh. JT's getting tired of the theme song.
You know what that means. Play
know what
it
that
more
means.
frequently.
Oh,
Kicking it live, so
We're playing it twice tonight.
Everybody gonna be so blessed. Hoping you
Blessed.
guys gonna be impressed. Ain't no
Impressed.
time to be depressed.
Depressed.
Are you ready for the best?
Yes, let's do it again. One more time from the top for John Thomas Oates.
That kind of sounds like Magnum. I'll do it like that.
Slightly different, yeah. Okay. Hey, welcome to SCQS, everybody. My name is John. That's Pancake Oaks down there in the bottom right-hand corner. We've also got Wiggins, California Love, Brian April, Jordy LaForge. He's got sort of a, you've got a whole mix of
That's a
various
mashup there.
sci-fi. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Amanda's up in the top.
yeah. And I know we're not in the right spot, but somebody's going to have to tell me if I'm taking Juan's place, where am I supposed to go?
I'm in the right spot.
I think JT is supposed to be at the top. Is that right?
Mhm.
No, JT is supposed to be in this corner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No.
That's not right either.
I
It
don't
just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
because all the really great chicks are still going to
That's
go
right.
with the guys at camp, whatever it is,
That's right. Mohawk.
Mohawk.
Yep.
So we have a great show. Juan was here briefly. You may have heard him backstage. That was not Brian imitating Juan. That was actually Juan Devevo. But he is on the road. He plays with a little band that nobody's ever heard of, and does little gigs in front of tiny little crowds.
A few
Yeah.
people.
A few people.
Communists every now and then.
And we miss him so much, but wish him well. He'll probably be back next week.
Okay.
The reason that we're upset with Juan, the reason I'm upset with Juan and contemplating never speaking to him again, is because for several weeks he's been promising a game, a secret game that he has devised completely on his own, completely divorced from all civilization and mankind. He's the only person on the planet who knows anything about this game.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
been-
even know about it.
Right.
So
He's been promising to play it with us, unveil it for a couple of weeks now, and he just hasn't.
One man, one game. Juan Devevo is the game master. A game so secret, no one's ever heard of it or thought of it, except for one man.
So anyway, hopefully we'll be able to play that game next week. Also, before we go any further, I want to be clear and make sure that everybody understands that today is not National Pancake Day. So if you have already begun doing whatever it is you traditionally do for Pancake Day, you are early. And I don't want to be having it on my conscience for misleading you. It's actually tomorrow.
Oh, because I already
National Pancake
had
Day.
French toast.
You've already had French toast.
well, the good news is
For
that
National
doesn't
Pancake.
count.
That's not a pancake, Brian.
That's
Not
why I do
the
a National
same
Pancake Day.
thing.
You can have all of the French toast that you want.
That's like hearing that it's National Pizza Day and being like, well, I already ate spaghetti.
I already had lasagna.
Yeah.
Like, right. You're missing the point.
Yeah.
I don't even think that the French toast is. Yeah. Well, is there a National French Toast Day?
There should
Probably.
be. If there isn't. It's,
If-
I believe it's
what if
Monday
it's
through
today?
Friday.
What if today is National French Toast Day? Wouldn't that be epic?
That would be amazing.
I think
Yeah.
Monday through Sunday is National.
Monday,
Toast Day.
November 28th,
Okay.
National French Toast Day.
Write it down.
All
All
right.
right. So come back for that. Those of you who tuned in thinking that maybe today was National French Toast Day, and you're like, oh shoot, you're wrong. Come back in November. So-
We need to
Pat
make
and
a
Kayla
poem.
want to know if thin pancakes count, and if you're referring to
Talking about
crepes,
Crepes.
they do not.
It's a
but
little
thank
thin
you for
pancake.
asking.
Break it, Frenchie. Break it.
It depends on. I'm going to disagree with you.
JT, how much coffee did you have tonight?
A lot. I've been drinking it all
A
day.
lot.
I had a shot of espresso in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Attaboy. That's what I like.
Bouncing between like really excitable and also a little grouchy.
It's got a paper thin. He's got all of his nerves are right on the surface.
Oh, how many times did I have to say that?
I hate this theme song. Wow. So crepes are technically pancakes, and I don't want to be exclusionary tonight. So if you are crepe people and you're all excited about crepes tomorrow for National Pancake Day, you're not going to get any guff from us.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda doesn't speak for all of us.
Juan. He probably can't hear me because I'm sure he's on mute.
Pretending to read my Bible app. Boy. Yeah, he's actually at Tour Church now. They do Casting Crowns.
On Sundays, they try to maintain some semblance of, Christian fellowship.
The thing about Casting Crowns is they actually do ministry during the week, like for real. They lead their youth group and all that sort of stuff, and then they get on the bus and they go and do their little.
They're usually not out on Sunday. Like this is kind of a rare thing. They usually get back to their own church on Sunday. So
I know. I was almost not back tonight.
They're the Chick-fil-A of rock bands.
Yes.
They are the Chick-fil-A of rock bands.
Yes. And also Gordo's Tacos is also closed on Sunday in Kokomo.
So. Yay. Good for them.
Yep.
That's a shame because they're really good. But I was in Baltimore this morning.
Wow.
Now I'm here.
Check out the O's while you're there.
I'm here in downtown Kokomo.
The what?
The O's.
The Oreos.
The Oreos.
The Baltimore O's.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Down to Dundalk or down the coast and get some crabs.
No. Yeah. Guarantee you he did not do any such thing.
Barbecue.
I did find out some things about Salisbury, Maryland that we can talk about later in the episode, though.
Good. I can't wait.
Yeah, but we've got a really big show planned tonight.
How big is it?
Holy smokes, it's a lot of coffee. This is not the first caffeinated JT we've ever had.
We are
always other episodes where he's like, "How big is it?"
We're always worried that
burning up.
We're always worried we're not going to get to everything, but I think if we just let JT kind of control the pacing tonight, we might just finally get to the weird news. There.
Well,
you can barely see the mammoth.
JT, if a regular show is represented by this woolly mammoth barely visible with the naked eye, night show looks something like this.
Ooh,
wow.
I want some flapjacks.
Yeah.
Like flapjacks are the same thing as pancakes? Yes? No?
Yeah. I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would say yes too.
Flapjacks are yes.
Yep.
I just remember that from Groundhog's Day.
And in Tennessee, when you make them out of cornbread, they're called hoe cakes.
We're starting to toe the line a bit on what I will allow for being considered a pancake.
Those are pancakes.
Cornbread in the shape of a circle.
Cornbread in the pan like a pancake. Yeah, it's good. It's just cornbread. It's shaped differently.
You know
right.
What?
That's my point.
Fried in a pan.
That's not a pancake. That's cornbread.
We are inclusive.
That's why we call them hoe cakes.
Yeah. Okay. You can call them that.
I'm going to celebrate. I mean, for crying out loud, we let Brian eat French toast and talk about it. So if he can eat French toast and with our blessing.
Well, they didn't have my blessing though. I definitely shut that down. I nipped it right in the bud. So
again, the peaches does not speak for all of us. So before we get into any of the rest of this information, before I tell you about Salisbury, cornbread pancakes, there is a reason the South lost. Wow.
Them fighting words right there.
Everybody's
you stand up. You stand up when you mention the South, Tabitha.
Probably was.
Hand over your heart.
Probably was. Before we get into the Salisbury stories that I'm going to share with you, we got to give a shout out to our beloved Cliquers.
Cliquers are great. They're super amazingly great. Athletic and fun and super smart. Their beautiful faces a work of art. Cliquers are great. They're solidly, wickedly great. Without them, we'd be destitute and drifting into the abyss. Lovely Cliquers, we blow you a kiss. It's hard to calculate how many blessings Cliquers gave us, like Jacqueline and Todd and Ken and Pat and Jeffrey Davis.
Look how he works names into the song this week in no particular order. Our Clickers of the week are Corey Hall and Corey Stevens. Did you see what I did there?
And Corey Smith.
I got a couple.
I think you had a theme going. What you should do is coordinate with JT about who he's going to shout out to in the song, and you can put them on the banner.
Ooh, not a bad idea.
You know what I mean?
Okay, we'll be right back, everybody.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
If you would like to be a member of our merry band of clickers, all you have to do is go to johnbrandy.com and sign up. We will take anybody. Whether you think cornbread can be a pancake, whether you think crepes are pancakes, whether you think French toast should count on Pancake Day, we'll take everybody. Doesn't matter.
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman,
Corey Hall, Corey Hall, Corey,
Corey Hart,
Coriander,
yeah,
Corduroy,
Corey.
Come join our party. Well, we have an effort party after the show's over, and
yeah, we do.
And JT is fully caffeinated.
He will
tonight,
still be going.
So the effort party is going to be uncontrollable. Choreography. Here we go. Here we go. Corduroy. So I went to Maryland real quickly. I'm going to tell you this story. I didn't go to Maryland real quickly. I kind of did. I was on an airplane. That's pretty quick. That's about as quick as you can go.
Yeah.
But we did a comedy workshop at a church. And by the way, if you're interested in having me come out and do a comedy seminar at your church, this was really fun. We had a blast.
So the idea is that he teaches a workshop in the morning time to a handful of students, especially like staff at the church or a Sunday school.
We had a couple of elders. We had the pastor. We had one of the.
And then in the evening, there's a showcase that involves the people who were in the workshop being able to show off what they learned and perform for.
They get up and they were nervous and it was fun. They all dressed up. I mean, they dressed up like comics, so they wore shirts like Brian April wears up on stage.
That's great.
It was super fun. It was really fun. And everybody was, like I said, they were nervous, but it was all their church people and their family and their friends and everything. And so it was just insane. It was like the audience was insane. They just had so much fun, laughed at everything. And so that's what I was doing. One of the things that we do, some of the more salmon jackins.
Some of them, he's making fun of you.
Yeah, he's making fun of me. No chance. I'm the only one who has the
but
ability
if you want to bring him to your church to do this, we can put a brick wall behind you pretty easy with a slide projector or with a overhead projector. I always say slide projector, and then you make fun of me. Go on.
So one of the things that we do is we learn how to look in our lives and find comedy right underneath our noses. I'm going to ignore all the salmon jacket comments now. So Salisbury, I was asking them about stories in their life. And before I even got a chance to start the seminar, they were talking about the horses on the peninsula, on the island. There are apparently wild horses in the Salisbury region on the East Bay, and they're just like horses that run wild, the way we have like squirrels and things like that in our neighborhood. But these are horses, and so the horses will like come into picnic areas. They come down on the beach and whatnot, and they eat people's food and they trample people's blankets, and they just run amok. And I'm asking them, what do you do about that? And they said nothing. They just let them do it. And I'm saying, do you not realize how strange that is? That me as an outsider coming in, if we had horses that were like eating our food off of our tables, we would stop them from doing that because we are human beings and we have dominion over the animals.
Right.
We don't have to take that from them.
Yeah.
And I said, you guys, and they were like, we don't think of it as strange. They were telling me sometimes the horses, like 4 or 5 of them, will be in a group and they'll be coming down the beach, and people will like be gathering up their picnics and stuff because the horses will stick their heads in their cars and eat their lunch right out of the seat. The one lady was telling me that the horse opened up their cooler. The horse opened up their cooler and ate food like out of the cooler, including the bags, ate the bags and all. And I'm like, do you guys not have any Amish people around here? Because the Amish will put a stop to that.
Yeah, exactly.
No self-respecting Amish is going to let a horse eat his lunch.
Are they Hindu or something?
No.
Up there?
No.
Because they let cows run around over in India like that.
Yeah. It's like that. I said, this is like Planet of the Apes, except with horses.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you guys are subjugated by the inferior animal.
I would embrace it, and I would volunteer to lead the horses. And I would be like, we are now here to take your food from your picnic. Come back. I would definitely side with the horses. In fact, I'm going to change my name.
Mustang Brian. Mustang Brian or Palomino Brian.
Let's see. Do this without seeing my keyboard because I have the thing in the way here.
April Stallion.
April Stallion.
Yeah, it's just the weirdest thing. And another guy came. One of the guys came into the seminar before we started it, and he was carrying a cucumber. If you can picture that, like just carrying a cucumber. And he sits down with this cucumber, says nothing about it, walks in. Everybody else has like a notebook and a pencil. He just has a cucumber and he carries in. And he says nothing about it. And so one of the guys asked him, so what's a cucumber for? And he goes, oh, I'm eating this for breakfast. Like it's a normal thing to just eat a cucumber. It wasn't sliced up. It wasn't in a bag. It wasn't part of a salad. It was just a cucumber. Like he just ripped it right off the vine on his way to the seminar. And then he sits down and the guy says, well, how are you going to eat that? And he goes, and he just bites, just starts eating it. Like it's a normal thing.
Like it's a banana.
Right.
Was it an act or was he legit?
No, he apparently eats a cucumber for breakfast every day.
And then he hiccups.
And I thought that was worth mentioning. Obviously,
aren't like overdoses of cucumbers supposed to make you hiccup? They're like a hiccup-inducing food.
I had no idea. He didn't seem to have the hiccups.
I heard somebody say that about not horseradish. No, what's the thing called that's pink on the bottom?
Guacamole.
No.
Yogurt.
It's a root. It looks like celery, but it's pink.
Radish?
No.
Beets.
Rhubarb.
That's what I'm trying to say. Rhubarb makes Rachel Jankovic hiccup, she said the other day.
Maybe
and her sister reacted appropriately by going, what are you talking about?
I didn't think anything could make you hiccup. I thought it was just a respiratory.
Yeah, and apparently they used to whip each other with the rhubarbs. Like they'd pull them from their mom's garden, like bang each other with them. And then she and her brother Rachel and the brother Nate would see who could eat. No, Becca and Nate would see who could eat the rhubarb without making a face because it's actually it's
pretty sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's good in a pie though.
Yes, and that's what they were making. But of course, while they were making the pie, they each had to take the rhubarb challenge and pop one in their mouth before it was cooked. And
we could take the rhubarb challenge. Or the
it really tastes bad.
All right. Anyway,
Joe would probably willingly take the rhubarb challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it'd be a point of pride for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Are cucumbers?
I bet the horses like the cucumbers.
Julia has decided the cucumber story isn't really that unusual, but if he brought a pumpkin in,
It just started
just
chawing.
not into it.
Yeah.
Let the seeds drip all over his shirt and the goo
Oh, yeah.
hanging out
What
of
are
his
you
mouth.
doing? I'm carving this pumpkin.
Chance brought up
Chance is
the
going to
wild
bring up the
rhubarb,
wild rhubarb
which
story.
we already told on SKUs before,
Yes,
but it
yes,
is.
Chance,
I
there
actually
you go.
just passed a plant that's exactly the one that we had. It's some sort of weed around these parts that has like the leaves that look like rhubarb and the base too. But yeah, Dad, I made the mistake of telling Dad that once. Hey, I think that looks like it's like wild rhubarb or something. And he was like, is it? Is it edible? And I'm like, I don't know. It looks like rhubarb. So of course he grabbed a piece and shoved it in his mouth. I'm like, what if it's toxic? And he's like, they could rhubarb. Yeah.
Oh, that
No, it
reminds me.
definitely wasn't rhubarb.
My brother used to do construction, and he'd always try to freak people out whenever they'd hire people to do day jobs for him. And this buddy of mine was working with him one day, and they had this new kid on the job, and Jason was working in a ditch, and he picked up a handful of red clay and shoved it in his mouth and started chewing it. And the kid looked at him, and Jason goes, "This tastes just like red clay."
What?
Folks, boys, there's something wrong with you.
Yes.
All right. Well, in light of Juan's absence, which we didn't know about until a little earlier this afternoon, we had to make plans because we're not going to be able to play the Juan Devevo secret game. So I have come up with another event that it's actually more appropriate for Pancake Day Eve anyway. And it is a little thing to test your knowledge. Yes. It's a little thing to test your knowledge of pancakes.
Yay.
Ladies and gentlemen, and I call it the Pancake Puzzler because
that is the dumbest name I could possibly come up with.
Because I came from Baltimore today. I didn't have tons of time.
That was the worst Batman villain ever.
Pancake
Puzzler.
I'm the Pancake Puzzler with my wild steed on horses.
What could I call him? Anyway, all right. So this is just a simple trivia questions about pancakes. So you can go to the first one.
Okay.
But I got to warn you, this is not for the faint of heart. If you're not a pancake expert, you are not going to get any of these. What would you pay for the world's most expensive pancake? And there is an answer.
Okay, but no, there's not. I was just going to take issue with the way you phrased this question. Everybody is going to get this right. If
you were going to buy the world's most expensive pancake, how much would you have to pay?
How much would you have to pay in order to obtain the world's most
my gosh,
expensive?
why are you in the stream tonight? I like you better when you're backstage making faces at me.
$2,500.
2,500.
I'll guess that.
I would say 175.
175.
Jeff Lane says $1,350, like as in $1,350. $20. That's her answering the question you asked. I would only pay
that's
$20.
Like an IHOP price.
True. I'm not going to give her a hard time.
$185.46 exactly. And Tabsha said $59,000, which is the highest.
$59,000, which is
Oh wait, this is a legit guess.
$945.67.
Yep.
I like the explicit.
Julia would just borrow one.
You mind if I borrow your world's most expensive pancake? I promise to return it.
At a Waffle House.
$800.
Christine's not going anywhere if it's not Waffle House, and she happens to know Waffle House charges about $20. So, the Duchess says $8,700. Oh, is this per pancake? Like you're not talking about a stack of pancakes? Is it?
It's
a plate.
I believe it's an entree, so it would not be an individual pancake. It would be the meal featuring these pancakes. We're all over the map.
I thought he was asking how much is the world's most expensive pancake. Yes, that actually is what he was trying to ask. But he didn't succeed.
Yeah. So you guys have. I didn't phrase it again. Did I mention that I came back from Baltimore today? I was at the airport at midnight. I was at the airport at midnight. My flight left at 7.
So did anybody have we gotten the range established? Is there been a too high and a too low?
Well, there's been both. Yes, there's been a too high and a too low.
If we take tabbies out,
if you take tabbies out, Jeff is the closest so far. He's in the.
He said 1,350.
He said 1,350. So go ahead and put the answer up there. There's no reason to belabor this point. The world's most expensive pancakes are made by the Radisson Blue Edwardian Hotel's 5-star Opus restaurant. Their pancakes have pink champagne, lobster, truffles, and caviar. The dish costs $1,166 per serving. And probably some change, like 46 cents or 67 cents or something like that.
Yeah. That's the price for regular pancakes at a hotel room service.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to question the validity of calling them pancakes when they're savory. But okay.
Well, of course you are.
Lobster.
You've been so
and
combative
truffles.
all night.
Yeah.
Truffles are a type of mushroom, and then caviar, obviously, fish eggs. So that's not a sweet dish.
And lobster is a type of lobster.
Fish.
Yeah. $1,166 for pancakes that don't sound good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever the cost is to get your stomach pumped. That's correct, Tabby.
Right.
All right.
Jeff says his price included a small tip.
A small tip.
You win, Jeff. You win.
All right. Now, this question is phrased correctly. How high has anyone ever tossed a pancake? And I guess I'm looking for the recorded answer. I mean, there may be some feet. Unrecorded.
I will say
56 feet. That's high. Okay.
I'll say 42 feet.
56 feet.
That would be so high. Did they have to
throw a telephone pole?
Did they have to use a spatula to do it, or could they just underhand?
I just figured it was just a hand. And
I don't know. I do not know the method.
Yeah, if you throw it like a frisbee, you could get a lot higher than a spatula.
Yeah. Tabby's asking if they used a slingshot. As far as I can ascertain, there were no machinery. There's no machinery. There's no mechanical devices used.
We have
toss a pancake.
28 feet 4 inches. 577 feet. I think it's safe to say that is not correct. 27 feet.
577 feet.
Depends how low their ceiling is. I think we're assuming they threw outside. 100 feet.
See, that's another question. They didn't actually tell me in the answer whether it's vertical or whether they're throwing them like a frisbee,
right?
For distance. So
15 meters, which I'm googling right now for the ratio. 49 feet.
Those Canadians and their
you metric. Oh, here's 20 meters, which is going to be even higher than that. You're getting a little ridiculous, guys.
Yeah, 20 meters. That's like 60 feet.
67 feet. Good grief. 34 and a half, 32.
I think some people don't have a real good gauge of distance.
1 foot, which is the $1 guess.
They think everybody overbid. 3,000 centimeters.
3,000 centimeters.
Which is what? 3 meters.
3 meters. Which, goodness, 1,500 meters.
1,500 meters.
Come off it, Julia.
She's not even trying tonight. All right. Go ahead and whip that answer up there. This is going to blow you guys away. The highest pancake ever measured was 9.47 meters. So that is vertical. 31 feet, 1 inch. It was done by Dominic Cuzacrea at the Wallen Galleria Mall in Cheektowaga, New York on November 13th, 2010. So my question is, you think that Dominic has trouble going out in public because people are always stopping him? Hey, aren't you the guy that threw a pancake 31 feet in the air?
I'd stop him.
I think it's probably the opposite, where he has trouble going out because he's like, I threw the pancake 31 feet. Yeah, it was me. It's me, Dominic.
Look, officer, this man is harassing me. 1,500 meters. All right. What is the most flips anyone has ever achieved with a pancake in, say, 2 minutes?
Okay, so it's not consecutive flips. It's not like you go, hoik, and then it has to flip multiple times. This is how many
these are flips.
Yeah, repetitive flipping.
Has anyone flipped a pancake in 2 minutes?
275.
Wow, what would that be
High.
per second?
Wow.
That's like 2 per second.
I'm saying,
Which picturing it
I'm gonna
makes me
say
laugh.
118 for
275. Let's do the math.
Because it would be 120 seconds. 2 minutes would be 120 seconds, and so if you figure 240 would be it would be more than 2 per second.
That pancake would look like a fan blade.
Like it wouldn't even have time to land fully on like the pan
Right.
or the special. It would just be like
You'd almost have to have it in the air and just be spinning it like with a stick.
right. You're just barely like using the pan to continue the rotation.
Yep.
Theoretically, that might have been what they did too.
Like
Because
those
they had
guys who juggle sticks. Have you seen the stick jugglers where they'll
Yeah,
flip sticks?
they just
up?
have a pancake in the middle instead of a stick, and they just flip it around.
And then they
All
have
right.
a guy behind him going.
So 128 is a guess. 110. We have 47.6.
0.6 flips. How do you calculate 0.6 of a flip?
260. 75.
Mine is
145.
118. That is my vote.
118.
What did you say? 118.
Yep.
108. So yours is close to Flapjack today.
Yakety Sax would be another good song behind that, Brian.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pancake would disintegrate spinning that fast. We have some scientific skeptics here who are questioning the integrity of the pancake itself.
What if the pancake was already cooked?
Yes, pancakes are forged in fire. Remember that. So they are built to take.
Oh, I see. Some people are thinking, yeah, 1 flip or 12 flips. Some people are thinking like it starts out raw and like it would only be cooked enough to flip it like twice.
Oh, I see.
2 minutes.
Like you're asking how
I
many
could not
times can
figure
you
out
fold
why-
a piece of paper?
I could not figure out why their guesses were so low. Like 10 times, really?
No,
Okay.
it's a cooked pancake. What didn't start out as batter, which is for all intents and purposes unflippable.
Come on, let's get serious, people. Now,
Come on, people.
This is
All right.
serious stuff.
I'm gonna
You
flip.
can't take this more seriously. We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
quit.
flip this slide, and I can only do
Flip
it once.
that slide, Amanda.
JT was astonishingly close.
Wow!
349 flips in 2 minutes. Dean
Wow!
Gould,
Wow.
hat tip to you and Felix Stove.
Man, I wonder if there's a video of him doing it.
There usually
That's
is
something for the effort party.
Wow,
Yep.
that would be
something to get us
see.
in trouble in the effort party.
Like the guys running down the hill after the. What was that thing we watched last
The
year?
cheese.
The guys
The
running down the
cheese
hill
Wheel
after
of
the
cheese that
cheese.
they roll down the hill and they
That was
chase it.
Insane.
I think Jessica, other than JT, might have been the closest.
Mm-hmm.
260, she said. I don't see anybody who went higher than that.
349 flips. I am tempted to think that was a specially produced pancake with an aerodynamics to it that the average pancake simply does not possess.
Or it might have been like a mini pancake, like a silver dollar pancake.
And they flipped it like a quarter.
I want to see it.
What's the largest number of people tossing pancakes at the same time?
1,000.
You can't calculate that. You don't know if there are people flipping pancakes in other parts of the world.
Absolutely can calculate it because you have an
Yeah,
event.
that implies a god-like knowledge.
Yes, you would have to. You'd have to specify within a certain area radius.
It's
or
like the
whatever.
guy who says there are no spiders in the room. Well,
Right.
You can't prove that because
Yep.
you would have to have an omnipotent knowledge of everything and the omniscient
Exactly.
knowledge.
Okay. So
The premise is all wrong, John.
this is,
I thought you were going to ask what's the largest number of people it took to flip one large pancake, and that made me laugh thinking about
John Candy.
Yeah.
if I
Yeah,
knew
with the
the
snow
answer
shovel,
to
right?
that, I would have
Uncle
asked that
Buck.
question.
Yep.
it. So
Uncle
we
Buck.
got 380. We
This
got 1,275.
this was an event organized for this very purpose. I have the hiccups now, and I didn't
That's a
eat a
great.
cucumber.
That's a
or
great
rhubarb.
comment right there. At IHOP, probably won, and they're on their smoke break.
That's so weird that she would bring that up, because just this morning I was talking to our youth minister at church because her son's birthday party was yesterday, and then they went out to IHOP afterwards, and I was at the birthday party, so I participated in trying to convince this young man who's 6 that he did not want to go to IHOP, because the adults were all like, no, but he was like, it's my birthday. I want pancakes. And they're like, okay, how about Cracker Barrel? They've got pancakes. And he goes, no, I want to go to IHOP because they have the best pancakes. So she was telling me how they ended up there last night, and they were there for 2 hours.
They don't even have a place. What did they do for 2 hours?
They waited for their food because there was one server there, which is why I'm saying it's interesting that they brought that up.
They ate for 40 minutes and then sat there going, oh, for another hour 20.
We should have gone to Cracker Barrel.
Yep.
Actually,
okay.
He's not wrong. They're superior.
43,632 people. I feel like that may not be as bad of a guess this time. Like,
it's a pretty bad guess.
5,375. There must be a festival where this is a thing. Yeah, I agree. 3,002. Is anybody close?
Yeah. Well, there's some people are closer than others. I will give you a hint. It's not thousands.
Okay, what we have to do, guys, there's the law of averages, the wisdom of the crowd. So take every answer we've gotten so far, add them together, divide by the number of answers, and you will get within like 2 or 3 of the actual answer.
You lost me at divide.
Okay. Can we try that?
Seriously.
800.
Do you have a calculator?
I do. Hang on. Let me get the calculator up, and you just give me the numbers, and we'll do this real quick and see if you're correct.
See how close they are.
Yeah,
it's science. But the more people you have participating, the closer you get to the actual answer.
Well, it depends if people are participating for realsies too.
Right. I'm not going to use the like 3 billion, 4 quadrillion, 1 million, that kind of thing.
Okay, so give me the ones that you want to use.
Okay, 602.
602.
48,003.
3. Okay.
2,350.
Okay.
And 187. And now let's do 380.
Okay.
1,275.
We need some math music.
5,375.
Yes, ma'am.
43,632. And then one more.
No, ma'am. Those are crepes.
3,002. And then I don't know how many I just gave you.
How many numbers did you give me?
I don't know. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I gave you 9.
So I divide this by 9.
Divide by 9. It's not close.
It's not close.
You have to usually do like about 100 of them.
I think, yeah. What messed it up was the 43,000. The 243,000. If we take those out,
take the 43,000 out.
Can I do that?
And then
start over.
I can.
And then divide by 8 instead.
Wait a minute. Hang on a minute.
Oh, because you know what? I might have given it to you
brought
twice.
to you by math. Math. Learn it.
Or don't.
Because we had a 48 and a 43,000.
Okay. If we take those 43,000s out, it's still not super close. We've got 10,502 and a half people.
And here's the answer.
The most people tossing pancakes was 890. It was achieved at an event.
We had an 888. Someone wrote 888 up there.
Somebody wrote 8. Somebody wrote 777.
Wow. Did they really?
Yeah, and Andy McCurdy.
Good job.
Yeah.
That was within 2.
Well, and technically, you're supposed to do this with like a jar of jelly beans or marbles or something, like a thing you can let everyone look at and ask, how many do you think are here?
Well, Eric just says keeper, and I think we've invented a new game for one time.
Oh, like wisdom of the crowd?
Yeah. We could play that on SKUs.
We could. We take, 10 top 10 answers, divide by 10.
Show a picture of a bunch of cows or something. And it's
how many do you
cows
think
are in this picture? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
This sounds like a very low budget schoolhouse rock. Oh man.
All right, there's another question, you guys. This is far from over. Which product increased McDonald's profits by 11% after it was launched?
McGriddle.
Yeah. Well, considering the theme, I would hope so.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say chicken McNuggets.
Whopper. Wait, that's not McDonald's.
Remember who put this quiz together before you.
Yes. I would say soda. Yeah. So actually, soda would be a lot higher.
Soda's like 1,000%.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that actually was a very good, like a very big brainstorm of an idea when they first decided to start selling Coke inside another person's store.
Yeah.
I think my theory is that everything at fast food places, all of the hamburgers, French fries, everything is a loss leader just to sell soda. I think it's just they all of that stuff is what they offer you just to get you in there so they can sell you soda, which costs them almost nothing.
Yeah. It's the highest markup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, go ahead and show the answer because this was intended to help everybody feel better. Months after McDonald's launched the McGriddle sandwich, uses 2 small pancakes instead of a biscuit.
And doesn't it have like syrup inside the pancake?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Amanda,
it does.
you are exactly right.
Yeah, I've never eaten it, but I've seen it before.
You've seen other people eat it, and you thought, I'll bet you their profits went up by at
No,
least
I don't even think I've ever seen anybody eat it. I've just seen them advertised within the McDonald's.
I've had my share.
Have you?
And do you like the McGriddles?
I don't really eat them anymore, but they're all right. I like them better than
Better than a McMuffin?
better than the biscuit. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The real trivia question is, what is the I went to an all-you-can-eat pancake thing at IHOP, and how many pancakes did I eat?
How big were they?
They were traditional IHOP sized.
So like that.
Yeah.
Now, how long ago was this?
This was before my surgery. So
Aha. Okay.
Aha.
That's the new question.
How long were you there?
2 hours.
I was there for a while. I didn't know I was going to do it, but I just started to do it. And then had I known what the record was for the store, I would have stayed and finished it. But
oh, so you stopped short of the record.
I did. There it is. I just got it right in 18.
18.
Yeah.
Wow.
18.
What was the store record?
23, and I totally would have polished off 5 more easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Dude, I can eat some I used to be able to eat some pancakes. Like
now
legit.
you would explode if you did
yes.
Now you would have a certain doctor very upset with you if you tried.
You did what? It's like I had to have the record. What is a blood or a blood patter?
What nationality is this?
Isn't that like a vow you make with your best friend when you slice your palm open and shake hands?
It's when you promise to be friends forever.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's when you take the pancake and you use it to dip up the remaining syrup.
Or like egg, like an over easy egg.
I totally thought you were going to say when you use it to clean up a crime scene.
And you're like, oh, this is... I'm getting a clue here.
That's actually pretty great, Brian. It's wrong, but I may start saying, hey, I'm going to use the old blood patter for the rest of this syrup.
It almost sounds like something you put on your desk.
A blood patter?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or you buy at the office supply store. Can I get a blood patter for my desk?
Right. Well, if you write with a ink pen, like a quill and inkwell.
What is the deal with Chance? How does he know stuff like this?
Chance?
The British word for pancake.
No, that's Amber. Amber said that.
No,
Chance said a pancake made with blood.
Right, he did.
Is that right?
Flip it around.
Ew.
What?
In Sweden, you can order blood patter, which are pancakes made out of pork blood.
Disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Dracula pancakes.
I believe I would rather have a cucumber.
Blood pancakes.
Pancake with ground sausage mixed in the batter, which is actually close, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, except for the blood part.
Except for the blood.
Well, they make blood pudding in England.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
It's abomination.
Sounds good. North, south, east, or west? Who eats the most pancakes?
South.
in the United
wherever
States?
I am.
South.
I'll say north.
Wherever I am. It used to be the East when Brian lived in
Yes.
Boston.
Yep.
Now it's the
now
West.
Now it's the West.
Wherever Brian April lives.
They have a tracker on me for the stat. I'm on like a pancake sanctuary, and I just roam around. Where is he?
What region eats the most pancakes? Well, let's see where Brian's at.
Right. Last week when he was hanging out in Knoxville, it was South.
Yep.
Look at the pancake consumption. It is skyrocketing.
Everybody is saying South except
for people who live in the Midwest.
Except for like Jeff Lane.
Yeah, I'd say north.
A couple people are saying north. So Nerd Dad and
Would you
Christine.
say north because you hail from there, Brian, or do you have a reason for suggesting the north?
I would say 1 because I hailed from there, and then 2 because it's a hearty breakfast. And you get those cold northern Minnesota, winters, and you need a hearty breakfast.
Pancakes.
So you need a big lumberjacky type, and
I like that Suzanne guessed Midwest, and that wasn't even one of the options.
None of the
I said South, but I might agree with Brian because in New York, every restaurant you go in has a whole page of pancakes. To the menu. So
that's a good question. Rachel's asking, is it per capita or altogether?
It's a great question, but of course I don't have the statistics on you guys.
You need to come more prepared for these.
I feel bad that I can't. I feel bad that I don't know every minute detail about the data in the questions.
You should let Brian apologize for you.
That's right. I'm sorry that John was in Baltimore and that the show that was planned all got flipped on its head the last moment. And so we didn't have the data or the time to prepare with stats or facts or, a real game or anything. And I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry we totally blew by JT's song. And
we did blow by JT's song. We still got time left.
And I'm sorry that the wisdom of the audience didn't calculate properly.
Didn't pan out.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for all that. So
we're sorry that this show is like it always is.
We'll get there. We'll get there, Flapjack.
No new JT. We do have a new JT song tonight.
Let's turn this around.
We got to get this stupid quiz over with. In the
Southerners.
Southerners eat the most pancakes. 32.5% of the pancake consumption, which is not even a full third.
Yeah,
but that tells you that the distribution among the other regions it's
pretty equal.
Disproportionate.
Yeah. And I was in Tennessee last week, so that's when this poll was taken.
Oh, okay. We're back at where.
Did you guys have pancakes last week?
Yeah, actually, there were some pancakes.
Were they made out of cornbread?
They're made out of keto.
Yep, keto powder.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know?
I knew she was going to.
Do you know what the worst trend in like pastry / baked goods / internet is right now? Matcha. Matcha, and they make matcha pancakes.
I don't even know what matcha is.
It's green tea powder. It's terrible. Literally, the only reason you would add it to anything is because you're crunchy and you want to look like you're being more healthful than other people. It's like it doesn't make anything taste better. It just makes it look green, like you're eating bright green grass.
And it's good. It's like a superfood, and so people put it in because it's really good for them. And then they live longer, but they're not happy because they're eating terrible tasting food in order to.
They're like putting it in cheesecake, or they're putting it in milkshakes, and they're putting it in ice cream and other just terrible.
Well, the other trend that's really going on is the chicken with the NyQuil. That
is weird.
People are being very dumb and they're marinating their chicken in NyQuil and cooking it.
Yep.
Why?
Don't do that.
Oh yeah, because they call it sleepy
chicken.
Flip through a couple of those slides, Peaches.
Oh, is that in there?
I'll tell you when to stop.
Wait.
Not that one.
Look for the picture that looks like chicken with NyQuil
this is about to make noise.
No, it's not because it's not in the stream.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, put
Is
that one up.
it? Oh, my stars and stripes.
So this was in the weird news tonight?
Yeah, that
Oh
was in
my
Weird News
gosh.
tonight.
What is wrong with people?
I thought it was going to be tough too, and then Brian out of the blue
Ugh.
goes, "NyQuil chicken."
Well, you know,
There it is.
Golly.
I get the newsletter sent directly to me at the New.
Mhm.
All right. Guess
All right.
what?
Sorry, I
So
didn't mean to.
that's fine. It's just weird how NyQuil chicken entered into both of our brains simultaneously tonight. Let's analyze that. No, let's not.
Let's save it for the after party.
Let's
There we
have
go.
let's have JT's new song tonight. I have no idea what this is.
This is Brian was here all week last week, and among the other things that we did, we wrote a Christmas song together. And I know it's September, but I thought we'd go ahead and premiere it tonight.
Which is why we made him wear that hot Santa hat the entire hour.
I'm
I didn't know you
burning
made
up
him
here.
wear that. He's got
So-
caffeine coursing through his veins underneath the Santa
I'm
hat.
gonna have some NyQuil chicken after this to help me sleep tonight. So, this is a song Brian and I wrote together called Christmas Lights. Funny how the world goes round, more of us get lost than found. Every song's a mournful sound, makes you want to shed a tear. Everybody's living lies, it's not a world I recognize. The question comes as no surprise, where do we go from here? Think of days that weren't so bad, Christmases with mom and dad, best times that I ever had, how they bring me back again. Looking back today I find, I see it all here in my mind. Love and laughter, faces kind, no matter where I've been. I wanna go back to the place I know, the place I left so long ago. Love will keep us warm through the coldest winter nights. Take me back there, Christmas lights. Go to bed, it's getting late. Milk and cookies on a plate. Christmas morning, I can't wait. Santa's on his way. Wrapping paper everywhere. Smell of dinner in the air. Cookies, toys, and hugs to share. My heart tells me to stay. I wanna go back to the place I know, place I left so long ago. Love will keep us warm through the coldest winter nights. Take me back there, Christmas side. Love will keep us warm through the coldest winter nights. Take me back there, Christmas lights. Take me back there, Christmas lights. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Wow.
Merry Christmas.
I was not expecting that. You made Tabby
We
cry.
got we got it.
Tabby's crying.
No surprise there. Yeah, that was good. And you know what? As you started singing that, I thought it's actually good to put the Christmas music out ahead of Christmas, so that we like, hey, I like that song. Let's do that song. We wouldn't know to do it if we did it at Christmas time. Then Christmas
Right, it'd
would
be too
over.
late.
Right.
Yeah, it's too late. So now we've got a song that we can add to our Christmas repertoire.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
just telling JT before we started the stream that we've been putting out the bonus episodes on Thursdays for the podcast, and you had included clips from old SKUs episodes, but they're in our folder just kind of in no particular order. And you were like, you might want to save those Christmas ones for closer to December, but I couldn't actually do that without listening through like an hour's worth of content for all of them. So I just lined them up and sent them out to be published whenever they felt like it. And I was like, it's kind of funny that now we have just Christmas things popping up in all of our content everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, Roger says, what is this, Walmart? Yeah. I appreciate you promoting Christmas this early. Joe's been playing Christmas music for a week now.
We play it all year, Tabitha. Get over it.
Used to be the intro to the Christmas special. Yeah, that was very, very feelsy. And,
and no one would expect that.
Da-da!
I'm shocked.
Surprise!
And actually, we'll talk maybe either off air or at the after party about something that JT and I want to kind of propose that involves the Cliquers.
See, I don't know if you want us to like pry it out of you because you were kind of giving us hints on Telegram. Or
yeah, you guys were very secretive. Brian shows up last week without telling us. He just appears at the Oaks house as if by magic.
And Brian was like, guess what we're doing here? And he'd give us little glimpses of it. And we were like, I don't know, because Tabby, whenever she's like working on a secret project, she'll crack instantly if I give her any pressure at all. I'm like, I think it's this. Then she'll be like, no, don't ask. I'll tell you. And it's supposed to be a surprise. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. If you actually want us to
we'll just say it really quickly then. Is obviously JT and I worked on we're working on a Christmas EP, which is, I think we're going to do 5 songs. I think we're 5 or 6, somewhere around there. We'll see how timing goes. We filmed a music video for Christmas song last week. That was the primary reason we're together. And what we were thinking of is, and we'll, obviously pass it through proper channels with paperwork and all that, but we would like to premiere and do kind of a release party on SKUs for all the Cliquers. Maybe not on SKU, but we'll do like a Clicker event. So whether it's on an after party or a separate night or whatever, when we release it, we'll do a little release party with all the Cliquers.
That sounds great. I will talk to the people who are in charge of putting the paperwork together. So
we'll get Tabby on that.
Yep.
Proper forms are filled out.
We'll tell her nobody can know about it. Keep it under wraps, and she'll have like 400 people in our effort party that day.
Awesome.
There we go.
All right. Well, we didn't have time to get to weird news except for the NyQuil chicken,
which is the important one.
Thankfully, we had. That was easily the most important one. There are, just so you know, there are some bits of weird news that I have been wanting to get to since the watermelon show.
Wow.
Remember that 100 years ago when we did the watermelon show? And those things are still hanging around from there, which gives you an idea of how effectively we stick to our itinerary and get through the things that we're supposed to do each show.
Okay.
We never do that. So that's it. So Pete, you want to tell them whatever it is?
You can go to johnbranian.com. Find out more about coming on vacation with this rowdy crew, plus even more funny people. It's going to be next July 27th through 30th. And johnbranian.com will give you more details. It's Vacay with Comics. So get your tickets. Find out what Juan is up to. Apparently, he's very busy this season. Castingcrowns.com will give you his tour schedule. He may be coming to a city near you.
We didn't tell about Juwan's event this week either. We'll talk about that in the after party.
Yeah, Juwan had a special birthday present from Fate this week. So
from God.
Actually, he may be in the after party, he said. Juwan himself may be able to tell us all about that.
Okay.
JohnThomasOaks.com to support our own JT. See what else he's up to. And apparently Christmas album is on the list of things he's up to. And go to patreon.com/comedybrian to support this guy.
That guy.
It's very, very expensive to buy one of these. What do you
buy an X-Wing?
An X-Wing. Yeah. I almost said TIE Fighter, but I knew that wasn't right. All right. And so
X-Wings aren't free.
The way that we're going to read the credits tonight is Brian is going to rally all of his horse gang. And if JT wants to pop in there as caffeinated JT and just kind of insert random
just talk over everybody.
How big is it? Why did I say that? Yeah. All right, go.
All right, let's attack the comedy click. Everybody onwards, ladders. Oliver Gardner, Justin Brody, Matthew Cross, Stephen Nick, Wanda Harrison. Coming up the side is Nathan Hunter. Down the stretch, Rachel King, Jeff Blades through that part. Look, Kitty on the outside, and down the stretch they come. It's Heather Ringer. I'm doing a horse race. I don't know why, but I don't care. Dean